Half of the plastics ever manufactured have been made in the last 15 years. The production is expected to double by 2050. Every year, about 8 million tons of plastic waste escapes into the ocean from coastal nations. That's equivalent of setting 5 garbage bags full of trash on every foot of coastline around the world. Plastics take about 400 years to break down. As much as 3.3 metric tons of plastic waste is generated in India alone. In the summer of 2019, Chennai's reservoirs ran dry, forcing the government to truck in 10 million litres of water a day. A 2018 study published in Nature projected that by 2050, Jaipur would have the second highest water deficit in the world, with Chennai at number 20. Temperatures are rising, drought and wildfires are starting to occur more frequently. Rainfall patterns are shifting, glaciers and snow are melting, and the global mean sea level is rising. Hi everyone, I'm Rahul Badesra and I welcome you to my channel where I'm creating content for you on fashion, grooming and self-improvement. Today, we're going to get into a discussion about self-improvement. Discussing a topic that's the need of the hour and needs to be addressed by all of us: sustainability and conscious living. The major problems that we're facing today are disappearing groundwater, climate change, plastic landing up in oceans and landfills. India today is one of the biggest consumer economies in the world. And of course, that's thanks to our population size, which is approximately 1.4 billion. That's 17.7% of the global population, and its aspirations to live a better life and more disposable income at hand. Every day, thousands of brands are trying to communicate to us via a variety of platforms, be it social media, branded content marketing, sponsorship, traditional forms of advertising like outdoor, TV, radio, and whatnot. They only have one agenda: to sell you their product. No one is trying to educate the consumer. Most of the brands today are transactional. They want to close the sale, drop the hammer, and move on. So how do we as consumers bring about that change? First, let's understand what is sustainability and conscious living that everyone keeps talking about. In layman's term, sustainability is basically a practice that can be continued without harming the environment. An example of sustainability is the practice of reduce, reuse, and recycle. A conscious life is a deliberate and thought out life. It's asking yourself why you're doing what you're doing, looking at the reasons behind the actions you take. For example, turning off the tap while you brush your teeth, or switching off the lights as you leave a room, or saying no to a single-use plastic bag on your grocery trips. Let me tell you a few steps that will help you become environment friendly and take a leap towards conscious living. It all starts with making a note of what you have. Every time you think of buying something new, just evaluate what you've already got. Be it a face wash, shampoo, clothes, etc. Consume what you already have before you decide to buy the next one. Ensure what you have is almost about to get over so it doesn't go to waste. When it's time to buy new things, try and replace them with things that are plastic free or use recycled materials and products that can solve multiple problems for you. For example, look for all-in-one skin wash instead of a separate body wash and a face wash, or buy a single shampoo and conditioner for your hair and beard instead of buying 4 different products. Because that's what the brands want you to do: buy more. Try and buy in bulk, maybe 3 to 6 months of supply at once, so you don't have to call for frequent deliveries or go to the supermarket, and help reduce carbon footprint. Clothes. First, wear what you already have and then buy more once you've worn your previous clothes out. We do this with our underwear so often, but now it's time to extend the best practice to our clothes as well. For your next purchase, I'd suggest to walk away from polyesters and nylon fabrics and shift towards more organic and sustainable fabrics. Donate the clothes you don't wear to someone who needs it. Could be people from your community, like the car cleaners, house helps, and their family, or a nearby charity organization. Saving electricity. Every time you step out of the home or your room, remember to switch off all the lights, air conditioners, fans, or any electronics. When buying new electrical equipment, make sure it's 5-star rated and helps you save more electricity. Saving water. It's one of the most essential elements for human beings. and we are running out of it very fast, faster than you can imagine. A simple example is that most of us consume RO water, and we tend to leave its outlet pipe into the sinks. While the water is being thrown away, it can be reused and repurposed for washing clothes or utensils or even watering the plants. Other ways of saving water are washing your car and bike with a wet cloth and bucket instead of using water pipes and wasting water. You can even switch to bucket baths over showers to save more water. Stop the use of single-use plastic. Carry a reusable water bottle with you whenever you step out of home. You'll save more money and water by carrying your own. And another benefit is that you can flavor your bottle with fresh fruits, detoxifying veggies, etc. It's all about being mindful. For example, say no to single-use takeaway coffee cups. Starbucks is already promoting customers to carry their own reusable takeaway cups. When going grocery shopping, carry a cloth bag from home, which can fit your things and reuse it every time. Buy fresh foods in quantities that work for you instead of bulk buying pre-packaged sizes to avoid wastage. Foods with plastic packaging. Minimize buying food items wrapped in plastic when ordering for food delivery. Opt for no plastic cutlery and green packaging option if possible. When ordering food takeout, choose restaurants who have reusable packaging or allow you to bring your own container. Apps like Zomato allow you to choose an option to go cutlery free, and they are a green and climate conscious delivery app. And no, Zomato is not sponsoring this video. Waste management is segregation. My mother recently started to pursue her hobby of gardening. She has set up a compost bin which has been very effective in using most of the wet waste from the kitchen and converting it into manure for the plants and vegetables that she's growing. You can try doing this at home too. You can segregate the waste into dry and wet waste, just like at the airports. A lot of societies are now actually doing this to make recycling and upcycling easier. It's actually a mandate by the local governments in most of the cities today. You can use newspaper lining in the dustbin instead of plastic bags for dry waste only. Move to electric bikes and cars. The next time you're actually thinking about buying a car or a vehicle, please make sure that it's an electric one. You're doing yourself and the environment a big favor. I'm actually buying a Vespa electric scooter for my local rides and errands. And electric vehicles are much cheaper in the long run and literally have zero maintenance costs and can be charged at home very easily. Or even better, go cycling. It'll keep you fit as well. And this time, I've got a request instead of a bonus tip for you. Please, don't litter outside your home. Save all the waste in your car on a long drive in a carry bag and throw it in the dustbin at the end of the journey. And if you've watched this video all the way to the end, it's obvious that you're also trying to bring a positive change in your life and move towards conscious and sustainable living. In my next part of this video, I'm going to invite a very special guest to come and chat with us. She started her own brand called Brown Living in 2019 and has come a long way since. I'm proud to call her a friend and inspired by her initiative. Looking forward to seeing you guys soon with Chetsi Ahuja, founder, chief curator and CEO of Brown Living. I hope you guys liked this video and are going to make a positive shift in your life towards sustainable and conscious living. And remember my friends, life is more fun when you're at the top of your game.